Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Nobody's on just yet, but it's okay. So, we've pretty much got it all put together, finally. What do you guys think? Haha. So, I'd be lying if I said that it was cheaper for me to build this because there are parts that are special ordered, like this main cross member, even these banjo things I had to order. And these threaded in funny. They were hard to thread in, but they threaded in. Um, if I was to redo it, I would probably get both female instead of female male. I would get both female and then get a coupler to add them together. But this worked. It was tough to get in there. So all the parts together, let's see. I'm probably around 200 bucks all together. But I've spent, like, for example, I couldn't get this, so I tried to makeshift something with PVC that wasn't threaded. Huge failure. Just leaking, sucking up air, tons of time wasted. Um, Even the fittings, I tried to makeshift some fittings because I couldn't get the exact fittings sometimes. Wasted a lot of time, a lot of money. But that's where I come into play. I'm the guinea pig, so I did all that painstaking work for you. And now I got a nice little list put together on the exact parts needed. Well, what I'm going to do actually is I'm not going to sell these built, but I'm going to sell a product, all the products. Um, Basically, I'm going to sell all these pieces as one big bag, and all you got to do is I'll even include this stuff. All you got to do is put the glue on, glue everything together, and you're good. How about that? So yeah, I got to get that put together like now. We got a bunch of commercial jobs coming up this week. We even got a gas station job we're going to do at 12 in the morning. How about that? Let me see. Let me look at the comments. You'd love to get one. Cool. Yeah, this was a mission getting everything put together. You can build one, but man, it's a headache trying to get all the parts. Hold on one second. So, what else is there? Okay, so this is a proportioner. I'm going to explain this for anyone who doesn't know. This is a proportioner. So, and I don't know where my other one went, but you have you have a barb on each one of these, dials. So one dial is for like soap, like whatever soap you're using, a Lemonator. Some guys use Gain, uh, Snapmade, Klingon for like roof cleaning. Whatever your surfactant is, one of these dials would be for that. Then you got another dial that would be for like water, just water. It sucks just water up. And then your other one would be your SH, just sucks up the chlorine. These are all made for chlorine, so they're safe for chlorine. And then you dial it in. So the water, let's say this one's water, it's always all the way open at 5. Then you dial in how much soap you want to pull, and then you dial in how much bleach you want to pull. So for like a really strong application, like roof cleaning or whatever, you'd probably go, I'm just guessing, I haven't used it yet, but you'd probably go like 3.5 or 4. You kind of got to play with it and figure it out. And then, for like a house wash, you can dial it down. But this makes it so, and then it all pulls it out of here at one. But this makes it so you don't have to waste time mixing your batch. Like for what we do now is we mix in a 35-gallon tank our mix, which is half of it is bleach, half of it is water, and then we add like 30, 35 ounces of a lemonator or soap or whatever we're using. And it's a pain in the ass because when you mix water with your chlorine, it gets weaker quicker. Rather than it being just straight chlorine, it's gonna get weak once that water's mixed in it. Um, Another thing is you're gonna go through it quicker. How can I explain that? So you make one mix tank of 35 gallons of, let's make it simple. You make a mix of 50 gallons of house wash mix. You have 50 gallons of it in a big barrel. And then you're using that for downstreaming, and then you're also using it for roof cleaning. Once that 50 gallons is gone, it's gone. But if you were able to fill that 50 gallons up with straight bleach, now you have basically twice as much mix. You have a whole nother barrel of house wash mix because now you're dialing it in to mix right at the gun rather than pre-mixing it and then pulling it. No, all the parts do not come from the same company. It was tough. I wasted probably more money. I would have saved money by buying the pre-made one by like Doug or Pressure City. I think Pressure City is selling them too. I would have saved more money buying it that way rather than all the time wasted trying to makeshift one. But because I couldn't find this part, so and dude, I mean, you guys can try it, but you'll see, it's a pain. I had to go around, and I'm really having a hard time getting the comments to pull up, so I apologize. What's up, DTN Professional Window Cleaning? Hey, Mama Dukes. What's up, Dennis? It's just going to be at the pump and then through the hose, almost like a downstream injector. Is it going to be at the pump? So it's going to be like, I'm thinking of mounting it to the water tank or something, so it's right there. And then it's going to, the pump is going to be after this part. So the pump's going to pull it through. It's going to be in between the siphons and the pump. So the pump has to pull it through all these, and these are all dialed in to mix. It's all the chems mixing right there. So yeah, I just wanted to show you it's put together. I'm going to make a video of this in action and us using it and let you know how it works, but I'm going to go work on that because I'm excited and this is all put together. It's got to dry a little bit more. Like for example, this part right here is a 3/4 to 1/2 inch coupler. I don't know if you can see that right there, and right there. I just put those on, and before I had this big mess. So it's 3/4, but I could only find a 3/4 and a female, and then I had to add a coupler in between these two and then attach it to another one. And it's a smaller hole. It was just a lot going on. So that's crazy how that worked out in there. But so I took that off because I couldn't find these parts. And then when I went to the store, what happened was actually I had everything put together, and then I broke one in half. So it was like this, and I was like tightening these down, and I snapped it in half because these were really hard to screw in. Snapped it in half, and so I had to go back to the store, and then I ended up finding the right parts. They had them hidden on some shelf. I'm curious to see how this works. The only thing concerned about, I'm not even really concerned about, but I have a trouble with priming things, so it's going to have to suck up quite a bit of air. But once it does, it'll be primed and we'll be good. All right, let me see if there's any questions I can answer before I take off. Like I said, I'm gonna go put this together. Why won't these comments pull up? All right, there we go. So is it worth buying a pre-made version unless you're wanting a learning experience? Can't wait to see a video of it in action. It's, unless you are really, really due diligent, make the soap line as short as you can. I will do that. Thank you for the tip. What size should the soap line be? Is it all right if it's 3/4 or whatever this is? Is it all right if it's the same size as all the others? I wanted to go with the bigger orifice so it could pull easier, but then I started thinking it was more air. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. But you'll save money. You'll save money if you have all the parts and you know what you're doing. So that's what I'm going to do is that's going to be my twist to this is, you got Doug Ruckert selling these. You got Pressure City selling them. I believe Doug was the original guy making these. I could be wrong though. I don't know. But I've seen them, and what I'm gonna start doing is selling kits. So since I got all these parts put together, I'm gonna sell. You're gonna basically get a box from me if you buy them from me. A box from me, all the parts put together, or all the parts in a bag, and then all you got to do is glue them together, and you'll be good. I'll even include instructions in there for you if you'd like. But that's gonna be my little passive income type thing. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's nothing to get the parts, but yeah, you got to special order some things. So that's it. All right, I'm going to go check it out. Quick question. This goes before the pump and the chemicals are actually going through the pump and you could corrode the pump. What do you think? It's for a roof pump. This is not for power washing. This is for a soft wash pump, like a 12-volt pump or whatever. So you gotta, you have to pull the chemicals through the pump with a roof pump anyway. I'm not sure how much I'm going to charge just yet, but it's going to be a fraction of the price. But I got to make a little bit of money for my time and effort. Yeah, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. When you make a new video, can you show the roof pump? Yeah, I will. Oh, I didn't see that. Thank you. I love your work ethic and always hustling, young brother. Thank you. Should be a 1/4 inch. Where did you get that valve set up from? I put this together myself. We're going to see how it works. A 1/4 inch. Are you sure about that? I feel like that would throw things off. I'm going to look into that. I have a 3/4 outlet, and my inlets are 3/4 also. Wait, my outlet looks smaller. It can't be smaller. All right, 3/4 correct. How much do they run? These, if you were to buy these from someone who already builds them, they're like $400, I think. So Third Coast steam cleaning, you're saying whatever the inlet is, the outlet should be the same. I believe I got 3/4 on both end, but like, okay. Because I use a 1/4 inch for downstreaming. I use a 1/4 inch hose for downstreaming, but a 1/4 inch for the roof pump is a little tough. I feel like the hose would just collapse on itself because it's a lot of sucking. Your soap can be smaller. All right, I'm gonna look into it. I'll call some people. I hope I don't step on any toes with this because, there's other people buying it. It's not a patented idea. You can buy all these parts off the internet if you want. Make sure you do your homework and make sure you got the right parts because you'll be surprised how many different types of threads and stuff there are. And what's important to know is this cross member needs to be threaded. It's very hard to find these. I only found one website where I could buy these from. Um, it's hard. Sometimes the stores don't have the couplers in stock. And what else is there that I should mention? It looks like so simple, but you guys would be amazed at all the headache I went through trying to get this put together. Because a lot of the parts were not readily available, and I was impatient and I was trying to make things happen. We're gonna go play around with it. I'll get back to you guys. I'll get something up today though. I'll get something up today. All right, guys, I'm out. I'll be in touch. Peace.